for parents. If you want to bring your parents to Canada, then this video is for you guys. I will discuss in this video step-by-step process to bring your parents to Canada. We will be using a new IRCC portal for your application, and in this video we will discuss about all the documents required for the application, then how to submit and how to prepare your online application. I will show you an example how to prepare invitation letter which is mandatory for this application. Then we will go over funds required for this application and other documents. We will also see like proof of relation, how much is for biometric you need to pay. So we will discover all these things one by one. So let's go ahead. And before we go ahead, please do subscribe to my channel so that you guys don't miss any future updates. Open your Google browser and search here cic.gc.ca and click on first link. So scroll it down and click here visit. So click here find information about visiting from outside Canada. Scroll it down and apply for visitor visa. Here we can find relevant information to visitor visa like steps to apply, who can apply, supporting documents, apply, and after you apply. So let's click here supporting documents, and you can go here reason for visiting Canada as a tourist. You can go over all these documents required because it's gonna vary from person to person. During the online application, when we fill together, I will give you all information that which documents are required to submit along your application, but it will vary from application to application. So let's click here apply. So here scroll it down. Why are you applying for visitor visa? So I will select here unite with a family member. So you can select here your reason to come to Canada. Because we are applying for parents visitor visa, so I will select here unite with a family member, get instructions. So here, yes, I want to unite with my family, yes, and then click here how to apply for visitor visa. So here, if you have an account on IRCC portal, then you can directly log in here by clicking on sign in. But if you don't have it, then we need to click here on sign up and apply. What would you like to do today? There's 3 options. You need to select one out of that. So I will select here apply for a visitor visa on behalf of someone. So if you want to apply a visitor visa for your parents, you can select this option. If your parents want to apply a visitor visa for themselves, select here. But if you are applying on behalf of your parents, you can select the second option. Do they already have an application in process? No. Get an IRCC portal account. Click here. So here you need to get an invitation code to register your account. To make an account at IRCC portal, we need to get an invitation code. For that, we need to fill up our email ID here and again confirm your email ID here, and then click on get invitation code. So here this is the code. Let's copy here and continue to IRCC portal. So here we need to paste this code here. After that, you need to fill up your all information here. So let's click here sign up. So here you must have received one code to your email. So just go to your email and log in there. So click on your email and you will see that there is a code inside. You just need to copy and you need to paste here and then confirm here. So email has been verified. Now you can sign in here with your email ID and your password. So let's go here, I accept. So here you will get to this page here. Here you can see that our account is successfully created and you are inside your IRCC portal. Now here under here, start an application, apply for a visitor visa. Let's click on this one. Follow these steps here one by one. So one thing I want to mention here that you need to submit this application within 60 days from today. So if you don't submit within 60 days, then this application will be deleted automatically. So let's click here, I acknowledge, and start application. Do you want to apply for more than one person at same time? Yes, because we want to apply for our parents. So here, select your group here. So here we want to apply for our family. If you want to apply for other things, you can locate here. Because we want to apply for our parents, let's select here family. You can give here a name to the group as well. Let's call it home and save and continue. So here you can see that days left here to submit 60 days. Your group ID is this one here. So here what we need to do, add a member here. So click here, and here you can add members here. So basically we need to add here two members here. One is for your father and one is for your mother. Now after that, what we need to do, we need to click here continue. I want to mention here that I have already filled out this application to make it faster so that I can go over each and everything. So first here I want to apply for a visitor visa. Just select on this option or super visa. Then why do you need a visa? So as we are visiting in Canada to a family, so we need to select here this option to visit other family who are not listed above or are friends for less than 6 months. If you want to apply for super visa, then you need to select here this option. So after that, you need to provide a reason why you want to visit to Canada and which dates you will be staying here. So you need to mention here your reason of visiting Canada. There can be many different reasons. So for example, to visit to Canada to help my son and wife for their newborn baby in between these two dates. So here I want to tell that if you are applying from India, as of today, 31st October 2022, visitor visa process take around 154 days. So you need to mention dates here as per the processing time. So let's say it takes so for example, let's say it takes to process 6 months to a visitor visa. So you need to mention here dates after 6 months. So that there's no reason that visa officer can reject your file. So after that, you need to provide again your tentative dates you want to stay in Canada, and then go save and continue. So you need to read all this information here, and we will be providing these information one by one during this application. So continue to the application. Representative, are you applying on behalf of someone else? So here I want to mention here that if your parents can fill up this application by themselves, then you need to say here no. But if you are filling up this application on behalf of your parents, then you need to say yes here. And then are you an authorized paid representative? No, because you are just filling on behalf of your parents here. So then who are you in relation to the person you are helping? So it's a family member. You can select here a family member, or if you are a friend, you can select here a friend. Now here you need to provide as a representative to your parents, you need to provide your information here, your last name and your first name here. Then you need to provide your phone number. So here you need to provide again your address. Like if you're living in Canada, you need to provide your Canadian address. If you are living out of Canada, then you need to provide address where you're living. So let's go ahead and provide all this information, and we will here save and continue. So travel document information. Here you need to provide last name of your father and first name of your father. So you need to provide this information as per your passport, exactly as it is written there. I have seen that in some Indian passports, the last name is blank and everything is given in first name. So if this is the case, what you need to do here, you need to enter your first name or your given name to the last name and leave your given name blank here. And then you need to enter here your date of birth, select your gender and save and continue. So here, type of travel document. What document are you traveling with? Passport, yes. What type of passport is it? Regular. Select the country code that matches your passport. So select your country. What is your nationality? select here your nationality, then you need to provide your passport number and confirm again. Then you need to provide your issue date and expiry date of your passport. Are you a lawful permanent resident of United States? No. Have you held a Canadian visitor visa in past 10 years? So no. If you had it before, say yes. Do you currently hold a valid US non-immigrant visa? No. Are you traveling to Canada by air? Yes. Save and continue. Citizen and places where the applicant has lived. So here, country where you were born. So you need to mention here where your father was born. So let's select your country here, India. Then you need to provide your father's birth city. Are you a citizen more than one country? No. If you are, then select yes. Which country or territory are you citizen of India? I'm a citizen of this country since birth, and save and continue. After that, national identity document. If your country has a national identity document, then say yes. If no, then select no. In case of India, you can enter here your Aadhaar card number and your date of issue of your Aadhaar card number and select the country. Save and continue. Name used in the past. If your father used another name, then select yes. If no, select no here. Save and continue. Countries and territories of residence. So you need to select here what is your residential address. So your father's residential address in India, so select here India. If not, select your country here. Then you need to give your address in India. Is your mailing address is same as your residential address? If yes, select yes. If no, then you need to select no and add another mailing address. You need to add here all the countries which you have lived for more than 6 months in last 5 years. You need to add here. So let's say you add here, you need to select here which country you've been. So you need to select the country. Okay, let's say India. You select here India. What is your status in your country? Select I'm citizen here, and I'm a resident of India since my birth. So you can select here that I'm currently living here and save this information. If there is more than this you need to provide, then select add once again and fill up all this information and then save and continue. So for biometric, if you have given biometrics in last 10 years for a visitor visa or study or work permit, then you don't need to provide because they are valid for 10 years. But if you have never given biometrics, then you need to say here no and save and continue. Who is inviting you? So you need to provide here inviter's exactly name as it appears on passport. Enter your son or daughter's information here because they are sponsoring you to Canada. So enter here your son or daughter's first name and last name here in these columns, and then you need to select here what is your relationship to you. So on behalf of your father, select here family member or friend, whoever is. In our case it's a family member, so select family member. And what is mailing address? Select the country. So your son or daughter is living in Canada, so select Canada. So enter here your son or daughter's address in this box here. So provide this all information for your son or daughter, and after that you need to provide a phone number, and here you need to provide an email address, and then have someone else invited you. If yes, select here yes. If no, select no and save and continue. How much money do you want to have for your stay in Canada? I have roughly used a number here, $12,000. The reason I have put here $12,000 here because the monthly expenses for Canada is around $2,000. Like you need to pay for your apartment, you need to pay for your grocery and to travel to different locations in Canada. So accounting those all things, so I have used a number of $2,000 per month. So if you want to stay in Canada for 6 months, which is the maximum stay under visitor visa, so I have used here an amount of $12,000. Is someone else is giving you money for your stay in Canada? No. So we need to provide here education, work, and other activities history here. So have you ever studied at post-secondary school, like university or college? Then you need to select here yes, and then you need to provide that information here. As I have already filled out this information, I will just give you an example. So edit here, mention here your university college name, then year of study, is it still ongoing, or when you finish your studies, you need to put it here. Basically enter all this information here and save and go to next. If there's another column you want to add, you need to add here. Then after that, work history here. So if you served in military or these all sectors here, then you need to say here yes. If no, then select here no. Give details of your employment or activities in last 10 years. So what you need to do here, that you need to provide information over last 10 years without any gap. Save and continue. Here you need to provide your travel history. If you have traveled in last 5 years out of your country of birth, then you need to provide this information here. And select here. If you select here yes, then you need to provide your travel history here. So here I'm gonna select here no. So let's go save and continue. So here you need to provide, if you're being denied an entry to any country, then you need to provide here yes. If not, then select here no and save and continue. So here you need to see all these questions here and you need to provide answers as per your condition. So select here save and continue. So here again you need to see if you are a member of political party and select here no. So again you need to see these questions here as per your condition and save and continue. Medical background questions. Have you had a medical exam performed by IRCC authorized panel in last 12 months? If yes, select yes. If no, so say no here and save and continue. So select here as per your medical condition. So again, you need to answer these questions as per your medical condition. So select no, no. I have selected here no, no. Save and continue. So again, you need to see here all these questions as per your condition. Save and continue. So you need to provide here your father's marital status. So married, and the date of marriage you need to provide here, and then you need to provide your father's spouse name here or your mother's name here, and then you need to provide your mother's date of birth here, country of birth, and occupation for your mother here. Is their address is same as yours? Yes. In this question they are saying that if your spouse is coming with you, select yes and save and continue. Do you have any biological children? So if yes, then select here yes and add all the children your father and mother has, and then save and continue. So tell us about your parents' name. Here you need to provide your father's father and mother name here. So basically, if you are filling this form on behalf of your parents, then you need to provide here names of your grandfather and grandmother, and save and continue. Language of applicant. What is your mother tongue? You need to select here out of this one. Then can you communicate in English or French? If your father can speak English or French, then you need to select one out of this one. If he can't, select here neither. What language do you want us to contact you? English. Save and continue. Then you need to provide here email address. Here you can provide your email as well if your father doesn't have his own email, and then save and continue. Telephone number of the applicant, you can provide here again the telephone number, add here that cellular Canada, and add the number you want to give. So here I would recommend that you provide your own number. So summary of information, here you can review all the information you provided in whole this application, and you can go one by one, and if everything's okay, then you can say save and continue. So here you need to provide documents to support your application. So when you provide this document, these are the format IRCC accept here, and each document cannot be bigger than 2 megabytes. So here let's go on documents to support your application. First of all, letter of invitation. So you need to prepare an invitation letter. So when you prepare invitation letter, you need to consider all these things. So I will give you an example that how an invitation letter looks like. So I have already prepared one. So here, this is a typical invitation letter that you can look at here. So here you can provide inviters information here, what's passport number, whatever, and then inviters occupation and status in Canada, information about your parents here, and then explain reason of the visit to Canada, and then provide how long you want to stay in Canada. And then you can go over here that you need to provide basically in similar format according to your reason of stay in Canada, so you can prepare similar letter. So I will close here for now. So then once you have this letter, you need to upload here, and then let's go national identity document. So if you're coming from India, you can upload here Aadhaar card, and according to your nationality you can upload your national document here. Then you need to upload here your passport. Then you need to prepare here funds proof, actually, that you can sponsor your stay in Canada. You can prepare your funds as per the description given here, and then you can upload here. I have one example for you guys that what you can provide inside funds, which is very typical. That it's not going to cover every case, but I can give you one idea that how you need to prepare your funds. So here you can see that I have prepared a table of content that in this document, that these are the thing I'm providing here to support my stay in Canada. So you can provide here your son or daughters, or let's say inviters bank statement here, that job letter here. You can provide here pay stubs of last few months here, and then you can provide bank statement of your parents here, income certificate. You can also provide your property evaluation, which is signed by chartered accountant. And then if you're coming from agriculture background, then you can provide a J form, which is translated to English. And you can also provide your ITR. If you are a business owner, you can provide your business income or other details. You can provide all this information one by one under this document, that you have enough funds to come to Canada. Then use of a representative here. If you are a representative of your parents, then you need to fill up this form here, that appointing a representative. So you need to complete section A, B, and D. Inside section A, you need to provide applicant's name, your father name here, and date of birth. Then you need to fill up section B, appointment of a representative. So here you need to provide your name and your given name and last name here. And then here your representative, a friend or family members, tick here. And after that you need to go down here, and then your representatives contact information. So here you need to provide your own information here inside Canada, that this is my number and this is where I stays and this is my email. Okay, after that you need to provide your signature here and date, and then at the last your parents has to sign here. Your father has to sign here and your mother has to sign that. Then you need to save this one and close this document. Then there's another document you need to provide, like marriage certificate, that your parents are married and they have a proof here. So I have seen that if you have a marriage certificate, simply upload here. If you don't have a marriage certificate, I have written a small letter that you can mention here, that dear sir, madam, that we don't have a marriage certificate. As a proof of our marriage, I'm attaching passport of both of us showing spouse name on it. So here, for example, that this is my father's passport here, my passport with my spouse name on it. So you can provide your father's passport here, first page, and this is the last page. So on the last page you can, with the rectangle mark here, that father's passport has mother name here, and same thing then you can do for your mother's passport, that your mother's passport has your father name there. So basically both spouse has each other's name on their passport. You can also provide Aadhaar card, because Aadhaar card also has each other's name. And after that, what you can do here, that you can upload here some additional documents. Upload here employment letter, here additional documents. So under additional documents, you can provide many documents here. First of all, which is mandatory, I would say that you need to provide here proof of relation, that you are son of your parents here. So your parents, in other words, you can say that your parents has to provide a proof that the guy who's sponsoring to us, he's our son. For that to prove, what you can do, you can provide a birth certificate of your son, that indicating your name and your spouse name on it. Along with this, you need to provide your son's status in Canada, for example, permanent resident or citizen or work permit or student permit, whatever status she or he has. One more document you can provide here in additional document, that an affidavit. Here you can provide an affidavit like this, that you will be undertaking that you will return back to your country after your stay in Canada. Documents which I mentioned above, you can merge in one PDF and upload it here. Then what you do here, save and continue. So once it's done, then you say like, do you consent IRCC? So here you select here yes. If you want, you can read it, save and continue. So now, as you see that we have completed this application for your father here. So once it's done, what you need to do here, then you need to add your mother application same way here. So we added another member, which is your mother here. Before was your father here. Once it's done, you need to select here continue. Then you need to provide same information for your mother as we did it for your father here. So once you provided information for your parents here, what you need to do here, just I confirm here, I completed this form, save and continue. So once you do it here, that you need to select here who is the principal applicant of this group application. So here I select my father here and save and continue. So once here is done, then you need to tell who's other family member here. So I would add here spouse, that she's spouse of my father. So here let's save and continue. It will tell you that how much it's gonna cost you. For example, for visitor visa, it will cost you $100 per application. Biometric for both of them is $170. So in total, it will cost you $370. So save and continue. So here you need to provide your visa card or whatever card you have, all this information, and you need to pay this amount. So once you pay this amount, it means that your application is submitted. Once you submit your application, the first thing you need to do that to take an biometric appointment, because without biometrics they won't process your application. So in this video I try to cover most of the topics that which are required to submit a visitor visa. So if you still have any question, you can comment in comment